Greetings, folks. It's Zion Hezekiah here, a.k.a. Hez. We're recording on Wednesday, July 22nd, 2020. This is episode number 21 of Season 3. You're tuned into Toronto Talk Sports and more. Happy to be joined here by my man A to the K, Adrian Kwan. What's going on?
What's good, TTS Nation?
Yes. We got Shelly Dhingra. Shelly Dhingra. What's going on, Shelly D?
Okay, it's a common mistake. Hi, everyone.
I'd imagine. Welcome. Good to see you again, Shelly. And all the way from the other side of our lovely nation, the West Coast, the one, the only, Jodi Barrett from Kettlebell Kickboxing Canada. What's going on, Jodi?
Well, thanks for having me. Things are good here in Western Canada.
Yeah, and Jodi, you did an IG Live with us the other day.
Yes, we did.
Yesterday, in fact. That was a lot of fun. Thank you for spearheading that. That was great.
Yeah, it was great. A lot of sweat, a lot of smiles, and we did good.
As I told you earlier, let's definitely do that again. That was a lot of fun.
Waiting to get you on there.
Oh, boy. Well, as they say, don't hold your breath.
Fair enough.
Oh, boy. So listen, I want to take this opportunity, guys, to officially welcome our dear friend, Shelly Dhingra, not Ingra, to the TTS family. So Shelly, this is, I guess, your second official time with us here. You are now an official part of the crew, official part of the team. Why don't you take an opportunity perhaps to let our audience know a little about yourself. And as I said, welcome to the family.
Thank you. So my name is Shelly Dhingra. I joined the team not too long ago. I'm a huge Toronto Raptors fan. And I think it all just came about because of my fanfare around Toronto sports and more particularly the Toronto Raptors. I have a Instagram page that I've been running for about 5 years now called @She Loves the Raptors. And it is focused on female sportsmanship and fanfare, just anything to do with women in sports, girls in sports, and more particularly just around being fans and being recognized as that market that supports our Toronto sports communities. So that is what really drove this whole thing and brought me to where we are today. You're a fan of the Toronto Raptors. You don't have to only be female, but it's great to support a female platform. Join us at She Loves the Raptors.
All right. And she does love the Raptors. She really does. That's it. Wait to represent. Well, once again, welcome to the TTS crew. Pleasure to have you. And guys, let's begin today's show. So guys, it sounds crazy, but we're actually approaching our 20th week since the second week of March, when the world pretty much turned upside down, when everything changed. But the good news is things are slowly beginning to get back to, I guess you could say, a new sense of normal. So here in Ontario, where most of us are, three of us, we will be, most regions within Ontario will be entering stage 3 of the province's reopening plan this coming Friday. But there's still a few regions that are being held back, namely Toronto, of course, and I believe Peel region and Windsor as well. Just a quick question, guys. So what have you been doing perhaps differently here in the month of July that perhaps you weren't doing in the months of May and June? So once again, as things have begun to open and restrictions are lifted and things of that nature, what have you perhaps been doing differently over the last couple of weeks that you didn't do in the previous couple of months? Let's begin with our newest member, Shelly.
Well, for me, I really just spent a lot of time outdoors. Our weather has been fantastic. We've had
it has
degrees weather almost every single day, which is completely unheard of in Toronto. So I spent a lot of time outside, really discovering a lot of my neighborhood. I'd never really thought about venturing out because you always think of vacation or time off and you have to do something big or something far. But really staying local and staying within my bubble of friends. So I really still stick to that, the 5 people rule. And if there's more, then I really make sure it's a really big open area where there's other people that I can pass by with safely. But yeah, I've just been discovering a lot of trails, been doing a lot of walking. and finding really cool little patio restaurants that are north of the city versus within the city. So again, with the space and the ability to keep your safe distance from others, taking the time to drive around and Google Map cool little new places that I could check out that would that I normally wouldn't check out in our pre-COVID world, I guess.
For sure, for sure. Well, before I kick to Jodi so we can get an idea of what's happening on the west side of the country, AK, how about you? How have things been over the last little while? Once again, we're entering stage 3 here in Ontario, eventually in Toronto, where you actually are. You're in Toronto. My region, Durham region, will be entering stage 3 this Friday. But what's new with you? How are things been pandemic-wise, quarantine-wise, all that good stuff?
Well, I finally got a haircut after, I think maybe 6 months. So I finally got a haircut.
My man.
Week. Yeah, pretty much like what Shelly was saying, just, enjoying the weather, going out for runs. Obviously, I can't be in the gym, so a lot of my workout is just being able to run outside when the weather is nice, which it's been pretty nice so far this summer in Toronto, fortunately. Working out at home. I work with the youth in the community, so we just actually started some outdoor training for them. We actually had our first one yesterday, so I was able to get out, and that's actually out in Ajax and Durham, so out in your neck of the woods. But yeah, other than that, pretty much just when we're out, just socially distancing. I haven't really been out like that. I'm kind of taking the cautious approach.
Okay.
Obviously, Canada's done a pretty good job, especially compared to the U.S. in terms of dealing with the whole COVID pandemic. And I think we are definitely a more disciplined bunch of individuals up here in Canada. And I think we got to continue to take that approach, because we see that, if we kind of get too loose with it or just try to get back to normal quickly, that we can have another kind of outbreak. But I know it's hard, because even, going out to train with the kids and whatnot, you get there and you do physically distance, but it's hard. It's like our innate nature to be social with people, and you kind of just tend to gravitate to, you kind of get closer in your conversations. People want to high five you, and you got to really refrain yourself from doing some of those things just to, keep up with the protocol.
Yeah, and for me, it's very difficult to do that. I'm a very affectionate, touchy-feely kind of guy, so I'm bad. Jodi, talk to us. You're in Saskatchewan, Regina specifically, right?
Yeah.
So tell us, what's going on in your neck of the woods? What's happening over there with the, coronavirus?
Yeah, well, we're pretty, our numbers were relatively low, but so I think we're in phase 4.
Yeah, you were actually one of the first to kind of, open and
open.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so we started reopening in May. So then I think they laid it out so it was every 2 weeks. They opened up, they give allowed a little bit more to open. So, it's interesting, you can see the shift. And when AK was talking about, you still have to be so careful, because you're especially the group that I train with, I always have to remind them, we still have to social distance here, because everybody's, you get your crew of people that are used to being around each other all the time, and you used to the fist bumps, the high fives, right? And you're oh yeah, none of that right now. And I think it's good to just remind people to be grateful that we're allowed to be open. We still have restrictions on our class sizes and all those kind of things, but in the same breath, we're actually allowed to go in and train. So even with restrictions, is better than still training in our apartments, right?
Right. And that's that new sense of normal that I was referring to. I mean, and as you said, we have to be grateful for what we have. It definitely could be worse. As for me, guys, real quick, I mean, just like what Shelly said, a lot more outdoor time, so fun times with the family. A few weeks ago, we went away for 7 days. We went to Blue Mountain, and it was just beautiful. It was absolutely amazing. Lots of beach time and just lots of family fun. And we had a couple of friends come up and join as well. Just actually this week, we spent 2 days in Niagara Falls. So we took a 2-day trip to Niagara Falls. And it's not the same. I mean, it's not as crazy busy as it normally would be, especially in the summertime, big tourist area like Niagara, but which is good. I mean, there wasn't that many people out there, and not everything is open, but there's still quite a few things to do on the main strip there, Clifton Hill, Lundy's Lane, and whatever, little rides and things of that nature. You just have to be smart with, obviously keeping your distance from individuals, and, when you're out there, making sure that, you're not touching your face, you're constantly washing your hands or sanitizing or whatever. But my main thing is, guys, I'm just trying to take advantage of the warm weather while we have it, because, hey, before you know it, it's going to be snowing again, and, we're going to be stuck indoors. So, that's my encouragement to everyone. Just try to get out there, have as much fun in the outdoors in the sun as much as you can, while being safe and keeping a distance from those who aren't within your circle. As we wind down here, guys, and I'll kick this to you here, AK. There's still, a month and, maybe a few weeks left in summer. Is there one thing that maybe you're looking forward to doing to kind of, end the summer with a bang?
I'm just taking it one day at a time, man. I honestly don't know. I haven't planned for anything. Obviously, we're still kind of just waiting to see what happens. But like I said, I'm pretty much taking the more cautious approach. I have a small circle of people that I see and stuff. I haven't even seen that many people.
You haven't even seen me, man.
Well, I'm seeing you now virtually.
Okay.
That's I can't wait to get back in the studio too. Just,
big time.
See the team. Like, it's always good energy when we get together in the studio. So, yeah, just like you said, just enjoying this weather. I'm definitely, I had a good time yesterday seeing all the kids again. So for the next month, we'll definitely be outside doing our boot camps or dryland training, and getting these kids kind of prepared and ready for the season when it does start back up, and hopefully sooner than later.
Absolutely. Thanks for sharing. Shelly.
No real big plans, but I might do what you did and check out Blue Mountain at some point. Oh, yeah. I know that you and family were there, and I didn't even know it was open to the public that way. So that's something I might check out and do maybe sometime in August. Other than that, nothing too big. I'm not keen on flying just yet, so that might not be a thing. But I mean, if all goes well and things are getting better, maybe check out another province in the country.
Maybe Saskatchewan.
Maybe come visit me.
I don't know. Try and get out, because it seems that this next year or year and a half, until we get to a point where we can safely go out, it might be just discovering our own country and enjoying what it has to offer.
And it does have a lot to offer. Absolutely. JB.
Me, I actually going to take some time and go to my brother's. He's got a place on the lake. So,
okay.
I'm just going to go enjoy some outdoors.
Is that within your province? He's in Saskatchewan?
It is within. He's a 4-hour drive away. So,
oh, wow. Okay. So
that are my plans.
Enjoy that, and the kids, all that good stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Guys, as I said, we've had a couple of little getaways over the last few weeks, and we've said we want to do one more, maybe for 5 days or so, sometime in August. So no destination in mind yet. We'll figure that out. But as I said, it's just all about trying to enjoy the weather. Things are slowly opening up. I do believe stage 3 also includes indoor dining and things of that nature, and bars or whatever, which I do personally have a little reservation where that's concerned. So just encouraging everyone to, keep safe. And, we don't want to, continue, what we've seen happening over the last little while. Definitely don't want to have any kind of second wave. We definitely don't want to have anything remotely close to what we see in the United States of America. Definitely keeping our friends over there in our prayers that, they'll get through this. It's some states have been hit really tough. But guys, just, let's enjoy the weather and hope for the best. All right, guys. So once again, this is episode number 21 of season 3. And here's what we have coming up on today's show. We have a featured interview next. We're very excited to welcome sportscaster from Rogers Sportsnet and the Fan 590, Mr. Eric Smith. So Eric Smith will join us. Really looking forward to that. Following that, we'll have our NBA roundtable. We'll discuss what's the latest going on with the NBA, which is scheduled to restart any day now, and many of us are huge basketball fans. Haven't had basketball in a long time, so they will be restarting the season on the 30th of July in the Orlando bubble environment, so really looking forward to that. So we'll chop it up and discuss the latest on what's going on there, and then we'll wrap the show up with our And More segment. We're very pleased to be joined by digital creator and comedian Nima Naziri. So Nima Naziri will be joining us. We're looking forward to that. Guys, thanks for all your love. Thanks for your support. Thanks for tuning in here. Once again, episode number 21 of season 3. You're tuned into Toronto Talk Sports and more.
Thank you for watching. Please click the like button and leave us a comment with your feedback. And don't forget to subscribe with notifications to see more engaging and interactive content. Toronto Talk Sports and more. For the love of the six, let's connect.